Every man wants to be considered high value. The only problem is there's so many different definitions of who a high value guy is or what he does. And whenever you ask a man if he's high value, of course he's gonna say that he is. Even if he ain't got a job or can't even read and write, he's gonna say he's high value. There's no guy who cares about himself that will consider himself to be low value. And there are many different variations of what it is. But today, I'd like to use the criteria that Kevin Samuels has set. And this brother right here is going to break it down.
You would have to make a salary of over 6 figures. You would have to be in a group, a network for over maybe 4 to 5 years, networking with guys who are on the same level or above. You would have to have a brand, an image that projects influence on a mass of men that want to be like you or are inspired by you. It's all about inspiration and your brand and your image.
So let me kind of go into more detail of Kevin Samuels' 6 high value traits. The first is earn a minimum of $10,000 per month. And Kevin Samuels thought this was important, especially if you lived in a big city like Atlanta. 2, consistent. Maintain $100,000 yearly income for 3 to 5 years. So you can't be a one and done. You'd have to be consistent in doing so. 3, group acceptance. Be recognized by other high value men. Now, that would mean that other guys who are like you would respect you for what you do. Not only for what you do, but for your loyalty to the group. Let's say, are you honest? Do you do the right things? Are you a person that's sociable? You know, money isn't everything, but these are other personable characteristics that people want to associate, like not lying, all the things like that, right? Number 4, a strong network. Don't be a lone wolf. Surround yourself with people who share a growth mindset. So that means that you also know how to get away from losers. You're not going to have people around you in your network that are people who are unsuccessful. The people that you associate with are also very similar to you in kind. Visibility. Kevin Samuels used LinkedIn as an example. Do people know how visible you are? Do people know you for what you do? Like me, start the show as a YouTuber, I'm very visible, so I think I got that covered, right? And then utility. What is your utility to the group? Help people out, whether that's your friends, family, or company. So are you a person that is a utility to the group? Do you bring something of value to the group besides money, right? What do you bring? Do you bring connections? Do you have resources? Do you have time? Are you a person that's altruistic? Those qualities, right? So those are the definitions 1 through 6. Now, there is a lady here that is going to say what kind of jobs high value men shouldn't have. Now, this is a woman using her own particular point of view. She's not a man. By the way, this is an IG model. Diamond the body. So we already know where her head is. Let's get into this particular clip.
Here's a list of jobs that men should not do, especially grown-ass men, okay? For one, McDonald's, Burger King, Wendy's. Matter of fact, any fast food restaurant, if you think that you're a grown-ass man working in a fast food restaurant is okay, something is wrong with you, all right? Leave those jobs to the teenagers. My nephew can't even get a job right now because there's some grown-ass men in his goddamn 40s flipping my goddamn burger. Okay? Let it go. Leave it alone. That job is not for you. Anything in retail, okay? I don't want to see no grown-ass man handing me a dress, okay? Why are you a grown-ass man working at Ross? That makes absolutely no sense, okay? Target, Marshalls, like, guys, give it up. Leave these jobs to the kids. Leave these jobs to the teenagers. These are jobs you get in high school, in college. But once you're a grown-ass man, you do not need to be working in any fast food restaurant or any retail restaurant. And for
Okay, so not to hate on anybody who does those sorts of jobs. Of course, I think in retail, you can work your way up and things happen to people in life. So, okay, I believe that what she's talking about would qualify for not making a high value man's salary. Okay, according to Kevin Samuels. So it's brutal, But I think here we can say that both Kevin and her are on the same page as far as the earnings. Because we're not talking about if they should have the job or not. We're talking about the number. And people who are probably in fast food or retail are not making $100,000 a year. Let's continue.
Working in any fast food restaurant or any retail restaurant. And for you high value men that think that it's high value to work for the city, let me tell you something. You're absolutely wrong, all right? No police officers, no firefighters, no construction workers, no mailmen, no post office. If you consider that a high value man, you're absolutely wrong, okay? There's nothing.
Okay, so here is where she's going to get into trouble. You have people who work for the city. Electricians, attorneys, police officers, people who are, correctional officers in the prison. I have a buddy of mine who's a correctional officer on Rikers Island, has all kind of American Express cards, owns his own place in Brooklyn. He's killing it. He flew here first class to come see me. All right. So has he been making that money for a long time? Yes. He's killing it over time. So is he not high value because of that? A garbage man. They're guys who own garbage trucks. Guys who may own 5 of them, who are absolutely killing it. This is like very similar to the Ebony K. Williams bus driver thing. Again, you can have people to be prosecutors or DAs for the city. A mayor can be working for the city and make a lot of money. So here's where she's wrong. And a lot of these people have retirement benefits, right? A lot of times high value men, because they may not spend a lot of money, they may have good pensions. They can retire millionaires, 401k millionaires. This is where the young lady has it wrong, because she feels that somebody high value has to be up in the, for whatever reason, showing their wealth, flashy and all of that. But I know many people who have retired from the military and get a pension, go work for the city, get another pension, and they're super rich. They own homes, they own all these things. So how is that person not high value? I just don't get it, right? This is where a lot of women go wrong, because they don't understand money and how it works. But let's continue.
High value about making $70,000 a year. You men that think working for the city is high value, it's actually not, okay? It's pathetic. It's sad, all right? I don't want my husband coming home smelling like trash. Yes, we do need people to take the trash out, but don't come to me thinking that that's a high value job. Absolutely not.
First of all, trash collectors, depending on the city, earn a lot more than $70,000 a year. So if you're saying that guy is earning $70,000 a year, yeah, he's not high value, but a lot of these guys earn way more than that, especially if they own their own truck. But again, let's continue.
Okay, you guys need to go get some real careers, okay? Become an entrepreneur or something, all right?
What is a real career? What is a real career? Like a medical doctor? I went to medical school and I decided not to practice because what I'm doing in business makes more money than a medical doctor. Medical doctors get a lot of respect. All right. Again, it's not also how much money you make. It's also how much money you can save and invest, which clearly you're not talking about. But let's continue.
Own a Lamborghini or something. Like, you guys thinking that you driving around here in a fucking Toyota and thinking that you're a high value man because you work for the fucking post office.
Postal workers also make a lot of money. They have health benefits out the yin yang. They have some of the best retirement benefits. And you're talking about a Lamborghini. Again, this shows me that this is a young lady who doesn't understand how money works. Why would anybody go buy a Lamborghini when a Lamborghini is only going to get a person in the car that likes you for your Lamborghini, and you can put that money into index funds. You can put that money in the stocks. I'm not a big person on real estate, but you can do that. There's so many things you can do without wasting your money on Lamborghini, and you don't really understand how money works, in my honest opinion. So you're saying these things, and if you have a regular car and you're saving money, then you're not a high value man. So you need to be a fake rich person and spend all your money on stupid stuff like Lamborghinis to be a high value man. Like you sound, I don't want to call the woman stupid, but I mean, the logic is stupid. Again, this is why a lot of guys stay away from people who talk like this. But let's continue.
All right, you're low value. All right, and if you want a high value woman like me, you need to switch your career path.
So she says a high value woman like her. Okay, I wanted to show some pictures of Diamond the body. Maybe we can show a few, but some of them are so graphic. She basically looks like a lady that has a BBL. I'm seeing blonde weaves, red weaves. So, all right, guys, you can switch your career up and get a woman that looks like this, who will never love you for what you are, but for what you have, and won't do anything to become a woman of class that you're looking for, because she's a high value woman. Because of what reason? Because you're attractive, because you have a BBL. This is what guys are talking about. And this is why women like that end up with guys who end up being like either crazy or phony or fraudulent. And then there be chicks like her going around talking about, you dudes are lame. You dudes ain't got this and that. All of y'all the same. You just want to just have sex. Again, guys, like, listen, nobody's taking somebody like her seriously. You're not to be taken seriously, right? And in fact, if you were the kind of woman that I would get after working hard to get somebody like you, I would literally just stay working at a fast food restaurant, because I would rather flip burgers for a living than to be with somebody that talks like you. And I think that I'm not the only guy to believe that. That's the actual case. And I'm trying to really keep it clean for YouTube, man. But if this was like 5 years ago, man, it'd be some smoke in the city. But guys, what do you think? It's your boy, O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again with another episode of Fair Use. We out.